Firstly, thank you all for joining us. Considering your status as three of the biggest names of the Attitude Era, what brings you guys over to the UK?
And who are you directing that to?
To all three of you. So whichever one of you wants to go first.
All right. What's this? Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what brings me over here to the UK is, first of all, every time I've ever been over to England, back with the WWF, the WWE, I always enjoyed myself. I love the fans over here. They're unlike any other fans that you're going to find in the world. So I've always had a great time wrestling, signing autographs, anything. But what mainly brings me over here is this man right here, Rikishi. He's been over here a few more times and made the contacts. And they said, hey, we need to get all three of y'all back together. We need Rikishi, Scotty, Too Hotty, and Grandmaster Sexay all together in the same room at the same time. Bring Too Cool, reunite us. We haven't been over here. How long has it been, Scotty?
Never been. Oh, you and I have been.
Yeah.
The two of us, the last time we were together was Insurrection in 2000.
In 2000, so it's been
That's the only
14
time.
years. It's been 14 years since Too Cool was here, so it's about time that we came back, right?
Absolutely.
Do you all still watch WWE and TNA and other companies like that at the moment? And if so, what do you think of the current products?
Well, yeah, occasionally. I mean, me personally, I don't watch it too much. I only watch it when I get a call from my kids, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. Basically, like Brian said, the Attitude Era was our era. And as you can see nowadays, I only know these kids when I meet them in the locker room and so forth. But, I don't watch it too much. It's just to me, it's a different vibe, a different era. Me personally, I like characters. I like people that when you see on TV, like everybody has their own identification out there and identity. So, but, again, I'm always Attitude Era. I'm Attitude Era till I die. And I'm Too Cool and Rikishi all the way.
Right, and I got a little something to throw in there of what I think of the current product, especially TNA, is can we cuss during this interview? Because I got a four-letter word that starts with S.
That's fine. I'll block it out in the print.
No, I'm just joking. But to be honest with you, I don't watch too much. Attitude Era was it for me. The Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock.
And you wonder why Dixie Carter doesn't never call us.
Right. Well, which I make sure she don't have my number.
He calls me.
Well, that's for other reasons, brother. Yeah.
She calls Scotty the worm. Well, we sorted it out.
Okay. Obviously, all three of you have been very important to tag team wrestling over the years. What with Too Cool and also yourself as part of the Head Shrinkers during the 90s. At the moment, the WWE and TNA as well are both kind of stale with the tag division. In WWE, you've got two or three big teams. Obviously, the Usos and Golden Stardust. Do you think that the current product could do with some guys like yourselves to turn up there again and teams like yourselves back in there?
Well, let Scotty answer that.
I think if you look at the history of wrestling, the tag team wrestling has gone up and down. If you look at the 80s, you had the Rockers and the Howe Foundation and the Bushwhackers and all the different ones. And then the Attitude Era, you had us and the Dudleys and Edge and Christian and the Hardys. And, I think it might be coming back now. They're starting to establish some teams. But, I think it would be cool if they brought back more guys, honestly, especially like Brian and I and Keisha. Like, we could still go. And I think we proved that in January when we went back to Old School Raw. And I think we still mean something. We could actually help the overall product.
Well, that brings me to my next question. With regards to helping the overall product, the pair of you were on NXT Arrival, which was them launching NXT onto the WWE network, a very big event, and you guys were thrown straight into the tag team title match. How did it feel as going in as the team that WWE relied upon to help make the NXT tag team champions look credible?
Well, me personally, I wasn't too enamored with being thrown. You like that word, don't you? I wasn't
happy.
I wasn't too enamored with being thrown into a match like that against some guys that are that were just, ready to, they were so amped up and so jacked up that they were about to be on this pay-per-view because they had never been on something this big before, that they just, you got to slow down and feel the crowd and find out what they want, what they want to see. And these guys were just a million miles a minute, going after us, and it just wasn't, everybody else when we came to the back said, "Oh, good match." But I've been doing this for 28 years, and I can tell when I've had a good match. Huh?
That's a long time.
Hold on. How long has it been? That was 23 years. See, I've had 18 concussions. I know how many concussions I've had, but I forget how many years I've been wrestling. Is it 23? Is it 24? I don't know. Anyway, I've been doing it for over 20 years, and I can tell when I've had a good match. Yeah.
You've been doing it since Jesus.
Yeah, and that match right there to me was not a good match. I wasn't happy with it. Those guys might have been happy because they went over. I'm sure anybody gets a win over Too Cool is going to be elated. But I care more about the product that I gave to the fans, and I wasn't happy with the match, not one bit.
Okay. This next question's primarily for Rikishi. Obviously,
Better be good, man.
yeah. Basically, you were managed by Paulie Dangerously, aka Paul Heyman, after the Wild Samoan, Iron Sheik, Captain Lou Albano, and Bob Backlund. Obviously, that reads as a who's who of wrestling royalty. Out of the various managers that you've had, who would you say has been the most influential on your career?
Pretty much all of them. Again, when you're in this business and you're being managed by such great managers, such as the guys that I've had, you learn, you pick their brain, you learn from, take a piece from every which one of them. I can say nothing but thank you to all of the managers that's been with me, because they've helped me out as far as with knowledge in this business, a domino effect into politicking in the office. So they've been good. But as far as with my training and so forth, it's been with my Uncle Alpha. He's pretty much the one that kind of tightened me up as far as my in-ring skills and so forth, taking bumps. But shout out to all of them for taking the time to be a part of Rikishi's career.
Okay, thank you.
4 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, all three of you have had some incredible moments throughout your careers. Obviously, Scotty, you mentioned Insurrection in 2000 when you faced Malenko, I believe. For the So it was very enjoyable seeing that. Yeah, and then
now that was a good match.
It was very enjoyable. And obviously, you've all had your fair share of the gold through the WWE, like tag team title runs, light heavyweight title, and intercontinental titles. Out of all of your moments, which ones have been your favourites?
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna go back because before I started wrestling in the WWF, WWE, I wrestled for my father's company down in Memphis, Tennessee for about 14 years, and I wrestled 6 days a week for 14 years down there. And I, as a young wrestler in 1996, I got to step into the ring against the Undertaker. Wow. And so that was huge for me. And not only did I get in the ring with the Undertaker, I actually defeated the Undertaker that night at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. I'll never forget that. That was huge, and and it was a great match, and that's been the highlight of my career.
Okay, well, obviously, thank you all very much for your time. It's been a genuine pleasure meeting you all and talking to you all. Thanks again. All the best.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Good interview, man.
Cheers. Thank you.